In terms of our plan and in terms of high performance plan, it's what we were looking for. It's the kind of exposure, the competing at a level where we need to develop our skills. You know, what is lacking in the past is competition time and game time because of where we are. And this has afforded us the opportunity. And I think especially our junior program, so our men's under 23s and the ladies under 25s, that's where our future is. And that's how we're building our national environment, our national team, both men and ladies seniors. The program in terms of the ladies, the country has struggled, the zone has struggled just to get ladies on the court. Once we got that at a club level, the momentum has built up. And then from international, IWBF have been encouraged by putting these tournaments together. This is the second one like this. There was previous, but it wasn't at this kind of level. You know, I had 6 or 7 teams, not even 6 teams playing. Now you have 10, you know, the next is 12. There's now more excitement back home in terms of I can play wheelchair basketball as a lady in my country, and I can achieve the highest level in terms of my national colors and go and play at these world events. The things that need to happen now is we need to catch up in terms of where things like skill level and really hone in on the basic skills that you need to perform here. We need to, going forward, encourage these players, especially squad players, to come up with a program which looks at them as being, you know, the athletes that they are and playing at the level that they are. Going forward, we need to focus on the under 23s and the under 25s and then getting to the Worlds. The Worlds for us is more important. You know, there's 16 spots there. There's more chance of you qualifying for there than you are at the moment in terms of what is happening with the Paralympics. You know, we're down from 12 to 8 spots. That doesn't seem to be changing in the foreseeable future. So qualifying for a Paralympics across the world is going to be tough. The first focus is to qualify for 2026 in Canada. In parallel, yes, the Paralympics may come along and we may get an opportunity to do it, and especially with the Repocharge tournament now, that you have a second bite at the cherry in terms of going to qualify. Instead of just mixing it all together, get the under 23 program, the next event in terms of the under 23 for the men, the next event for the women, and then more importantly is to try and get the senior teams to qualify for Canada in 2026. In terms of SASL and their contribution to this program, I mean, it's kind of, you know, insurmountable the amount that the amount of work that we've been able to put in by the sponsor. I mean, we wouldn't be standing here if we didn't have the sponsor. And we know year on year, as things get more expensive, flights, especially with us having to travel out of the country all the time, the support that we're getting from SASL is brilliant. But just the general support in terms of how to be treating and how a high-performance team, a South African national team, is supposed to be treated, you know, on and off the court, from a media perspective, how they're treated like athletes, and the level of that support has been brilliant. It's one of the few sponsors that, for this type of environment, are not driven by results and are not throwing that back in your face like most sponsors would be. They want to see participation, and they want to see you in your green and gold performing like an athlete and knowing that their support has helped you to get where you need to be.